communication probably touches on everything we've already talked about, but what about the importance of how communication kind of threads the needle on all of these?
I'm convinced now more than ever that your communication skills are critical to becoming a more effective leader. Judith Glaser and her work on conversational intelligence raises this notion of CQ. Judith Glaser talks this notion about conversational intelligence, CQ, and your ability to improve the level of communication across your organization. In fact, she's got a wonderful quote in her book on conversational intelligence, and it's something to the effect that everything happens through conversation. If you want to improve the quality of the outcomes, the quality of the performance in your organization, improve the quality of your conversations at every level of your organization, and you're well on the way to driving that. So this is something that we'll continue to look at throughout this entire series, because I think at every level, if you're trying to drive a change management effort, if you're trying to build an organization, a learning organization, communication is going to be critical to it. And the thing I think, Casey, that's really interesting about communication is that we take it for granted. We take it for granted. I think it was George Bernard Shaw said something to the effect that, the only thing about communication is the illusion that it's occurred. And I think that's a good assumption to go under, the illusion that it's occurred, because too often we assume that the signal's been sent and we've received it. And the person, on the other end has received it. In my world, we would not accept that. I work in a world in which power generation, transmission, utility, it's high risk, high reliability organizations. And so when we encounter situations like that, we use three-part communication in which the sender sends the signal, the receiver receives the signal and sends it back to the sender, and the sender confirms once again. That's how critically important communication is. Now, here's the thing. It's not just important for people doing critical, high reliability, life safety things. When you're trying to get your strategic goals, change initiatives, all of that done, it's critically important that you understand how you have to work really hard at communicating with your team and on an ongoing basis. Too many small business owners send the memo out, send the email out, have maybe a little team meeting before a shift, and just assume that communication has occurred. I promise you, if you want to do one thing to improve the level of the outcomes that you're getting and the performance you're getting in your organization, I don't care whether you're running a restaurant, a small restaurant, whether you're in a manufacturing facility or a service facility, if you improve the quality of your conversations, you're going to improve the performance and outcomes of your organization.